I'm Chronix, and this is Crystal from the Most Extreme Wrestling, and this is your Raw review, the 1000th episode of Raw.
Awesome!
Yes,
It was awesome! It was awesome!
it was greatness.
It was 3.5 hours, and I didn't even care because it was so awesome! We feel awesome!
You sound like Kelly Kelly. I bet you missed her tonight.
I did not miss her, but it was awesome!
First of all, they started off with Then, Now, and Forever
Oh my goodness.
promo.
Yeah,
You need to go back
Oh my
a whole
goodness.
bunch of pages.
Oh my goodness.
They started out with that promo and had a one-off song or whatever, and it was very touching. And it made me feel all emotional about all the Raws that I've seen throughout the years. There was even a choppy pee-pee thing in there, and the Goldust going, ooh, 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 in there. So I thought that was just totally random, but that was cool to see that in there. Alright, so then Raw starts, we get to see they have some kind of brand new Raw set that's kind of like the set of old, but a little bit more,
Yeah, I did not even notice that.
well, it was there.
Even though you said you're going to have to check out the new Raw set.
What is it called when something's the same on both sides?
Symmetrical?
It was very symmetrical. There you go. Alright, so Vince comes out there and says, thank you, and
Vince McMahon!
we get the thank you, Vince chants.
It does my heart good to see people showing Vince respect.
And
I
then
love Vince.
Vince McMahon introduces DX, the tag team of DX. Shawn Michaels, your boy, and Triple H.
Woo!
So they come out there and they're
I
like,
had to show my Shawn Michaels doll, but somebody undressed him today.
he smelled kind of funny. I don't know what was up with that.
Anyways, go ahead.
And he says, well, the obvious question that I was thinking, weren't there more people in DX?
And everybody went, what?
Yeah, and they freaked out and was totally marking out. And then they all come down to the ring. The New Age Outlaws, which is Road Dogg and Billy Gunn and X-Pac. And to my knowledge, that's the first time that all of those people were in the ring together. I mean, because most of the time it was Triple H and the other guys minus Shawn Michaels, because Shawn Michaels was somewhere else. And then they had the new DX with Shawn Michaels, Triple H, and the original with Shawn Michaels. And all that crap. So I could be wrong about that, but that's the first time I remember seeing them in an incredibly long time.
And it was awesome.
Road Dogg does his intro and everything. Triple H, he's doing his whole setup, and I was just marking out. It was hard to even write anything down because I was like, that's the DX I remember, minus China.
It was greatness.
All right, so Shawn and Billy Gunn are having a little bit of an argument about who's going to do the catchphrase and all that, and then Damien Sandow comes down. I thought it was very interesting because Damien Sandow has a very similar gimmick to Triple H back in the early days, so I thought that was kind of interesting. And he tries to talk. DX shuts him down, sweet chin music, and then a pedigree for good measure.
They huddled together and decided what they were going to do, and then it was kapow! Sweet chin music, and then kapow! Pedigree. And then there was nothing more to do, because the dude was out cold.
Well, I think that was where Billy Gunn and Shawn Michaels did their little catchphrase, right?
Yeah.
And I thought that was cool for Billy Gunn, because he got clean. Everyone in DX is clean now. It's amazing.
Which is awesome.
And I thought I felt, I don't know, it was really touching to me because poor old Billy Gunn's been working indies and TNA and all that other stuff for so long, not been in front of huge crowds, and now he's back. I never thought it would ever get to happen, but it did. And I was so nostalgic for DX, and it was a great moment to share with you because you never got to see full DX live.
That's true, I didn't.
And
but
it was
now
really
I did.
cool.
And it was awesome. Everything was awesome.
Alright, so Jim Ross comes out with his heel beard. I mean, he wasn't a heel, but he did. And I was wondering...
By the way, Michael Cole was a face tonight.
For a little bit.
No, pretty much the whole time.
Until the Miz. Alright. I was wondering where Charlie Sheen was, but we'll get to that later. First, we have a match with Rey Mysterio, Sin Cara, Sheamus versus Y2J, Dolph, and Del Rio.
Whew.
Whatever. Everyone starts disappearing out of the match.
All of a sudden, everybody's gone, but Sheamus and Jericho. I think Dolph betrayed Jericho at some point, and there was a bro kick for the win. The Sheamus team won.
Bro kick because it's Sheamus, and that's what he does to finish every single match. So that was cool. Y2J and Dolph are still continuing their little feud, which I say thumbs up to. Chris Jericho's new shirt, by the way, is awesome.
Wish Chris Jericho would talk more. Dude, you need to open your mouth, man.
He's doing this thing where he's just being silent.
I don't like that. It's making me mad. But
it's been making people mad ever since his return.
I know, but alright, so then they mentioned we were talked about on social media, and I thought to myself, well, where is Charlie Sheen? Because he's supposed to be the social media ambassador, but dude went over and deleted his Twitter. But then my question is answered. Suddenly, it's Charlie Sheen, live via webcam.
On Skype.
On Skype. Via webcam, though.
We have a Skype. Most Extreme Wrestling.
Yeah, we do have a Skype. Okay. I don't know how to work Skype, to be honest. Chronix has a Skype.
Yeah.
Anyways, all right. So Charlie, blah blah blah. He says he'd fit in with DX. It was boring. Then we see
We got a little Jimmy and Piper.
That's way
jump
after
roping.
this.
Huh? And they did a jump rope.
Way
and then,
after this.
And then May.
Hold on.
I have to repeat this now.
Yes. Then we have a Daniel Bryan AJ recap. AJ is behind the scenes saying,
just
"Why
said
do
it
people
now.
call me mentally unstable? Because everybody is mentally unstable." Then she opens the door.
And little Jimmy and Piper are doing jump rope. Mae Young is with her son, I guess 10-year-old son or so.
The
I don't know,
grown-up
12-year-old grown-up hand.
And Jim Duggan is
He's
there.
got all his fingers growing in.
That's his name, right? Jim Duggan?
Yeah.
Okay, just making sure.
And I laughed, even though I shouldn't have, but I laughed at the Mae Young hand thing.
Yeah,
was just
you
hilarious.
laughed hard.
I was.
Don't downplay it.
I was laughing hard.
You were laughing hard.
It was quite embarrassing.
It was.
I wouldn't
funny.
want you guys to see it because you'd be like, "Oh, he's such a Marcus.
I like.
So stupid. He likes stuff stupid
I like
stuff."
Roddy jumping with R-Truth and Little Jimmy. But anyways, so then we have a Sonic product placement. Just thought I'd mention that. Then we have Jack Swagger versus Brodus Clay, and we already saw this match Saturday. It's like deja vu. Anyways,
At the house show.
oh, also with a shameless Shazam plug. Just saying.
Yeah, like, you gotta use Shazam to figure out what entrances songs are playing. Like, you don't already know it and can't find it.
I know. But anyways, so now we have Brodus Clay in the USA gear, and here to ruin the entire night was Dude Love, one of Mick Foley's many personalities, because the guy is insane and has brain damage. And yeah.
He wrote a best-selling book that was well-written, several books actually, before all of that crap, so you're not even close to being able to sound intelligent on that one.
He's still retarded.
He actually made up the Dude Love gimmick when he was like 18.
Oh, good for him.
So you're wrong.
He came up with the hippie. That's so original. Yay, Mick
Hey.
Foley, you came up with hippie.
Anyways, you're so wrong.
Anyways.
It's hurting my brain.
So, alright, so basically Brodus Clay stomped the crap out of Jack Swagger in his United States of America gear. Well, Brodus Clay was in the United States gear. Anyways, so there was the squashing. Alright, so now we have backstage Triple H and Trish Stratus doing yoga together. Doesn't look quite right. DX catches them. Apparently, this
you know
was a
where this is
throwback.
paying homage to?
They got caught. Something you said it. I don't know.
Yeah, it was like in 2000 or 2001. He was putting a hammer lock, and Trish Stratus was trying to show Trish Stratus how to get out of the move, and then Stephanie McMahon busted him, and he's all like, "Oh!" It's pretty funny.
All right, so that's the throwback to that. X-Pac gives Trish Stratus a hug, and then we
Great
have
name.
Daniel Bryan backstage with some dudes in white clothes, which were not his groomsmen, and that segment had no point.
That's
All
true
right.
because they didn't show up later.
Nope, they didn't. All right, so then we have Daniel Bryan and AJ's wedding with Slick as the officiate. Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, and he comes out and he says, "Marriage is what brings us together. Marriage.
From The Princess Bride.
Marriage." And I started thinking about that.
He did not
He
say
didn't
it
say
like
it like that, but he said marriage like 3 times, so I was like, marriage.
All right. This is the thing
Crack
about
me up.
AJ. Usually when women get married, they have their makeup done to make
right.
them look like the
They have
most
their hair
beautiful
done.
that they will ever be in their entire life.
That's right.
But with AJ, she looked exactly the same because she looks the most beautiful she could ever look every time she goes out there. I'm not just saying she goes and gets her hair did.
Her hair wasn't did, it was just hanging.
It wasn't curls.
No, that doesn't count. When it's did, it's like in an updo. That's when you get your hair did, is when you get it up in an updo.
Whatever. Her hair
You
was
don't know.
done.
No, it wasn't. It was the same as it always was.
That's my point. Because it was all beautified and she
Hanging
had
curly does not count as done.
and she had her makeup done perfectly. Because that's the way she does every single night. So you're telling me that she could have been even more beautiful
Yes.
eyes than that? Whatever.
I guarantee you that when AJ for real gets married, she will look more beautiful than that. Guarantee you.
I had a good point and you squashed it.
Well, I had a good point.
You
but
had
the
a
point
crap
was, No,
point.
my point was that she's not getting married because she wasn't looking all beautiful like she could have, even though she does look pretty all the time. Anyways, please continue with the wedding.
I will because I took notes.
I took
Excellent notes,
too.
by
Good
the way.
for you.
Alright, so they ask if there's anyone in the audience or whatever that could deny them marriage or whatever they say, at weddings. I've never
Speak now or forever
I've never been at a wedding.
You've
So
never been in a wedding. Really?
Huh?
Never. Never ever been at a wedding. Where, by the way, my hair was in an updo.
that's because that's what you wanted. Maybe AJ wanted her hair down.
I'm not saying that
Then why do women get their hair so long? Maybe
so
because
you
some
can
people
do your design.
some people leave it down.
You always get your hair
Plenty
did
of-
for your wedding.
Plenty of people have it down.
I'm not saying you can't have it down. I'm just saying you get it done in
Anyways,
some fashion for your wedding.
Unlike our wedding,
Were you ever a bride? You don't know.
I have seen people getting married. And I've seen them on TV and in pictures and magazines.
Anyways, think we should continue.
So when they ask if anybody should hold their peace, unlike our wedding, everyone here says no!
Boo.
And boo and all that, and Brian says yes, and then before they can even ask, AJC says yes, and then we're like, huh?
Says yes, yes, yes.
And then we're like, what?
And then Slick says, by the power vested, and I was going to say, I wonder who's he going to say, because ain't nobody vested power in him. But, and then AJ's like, wait! I wasn't saying yes to Daniel, I was saying yes to someone else, another man who proposed to me tonight. And
Kind of a
everybody's
late reaction, though, then, when
everybody's
you
like,
think.
I know, that's true, but everybody's like, who is it? And then Vince McMahon comes
And
out,
I'm like,
and I was like,
Vince did it again!
I was like, face? Like, what?
Yeah.
But he says, don't worry, Daniel, wasn't that kind of proposal. And I was like, oh, Vince got one on us, because I, for real, was thinking it was Vince.
Mm-hmm.
All right, then he says, it was a business proposal. I'm going to be introducing to you the general manager of Monday Night Raw, AJ!
So, okay, first of all, my first reaction is probably like everybody else's. Holy crap, I'm really mad. But
What?
it makes
Why were you mad?
No, because it's
Awesome.
like, she's the GM, that kind of sucks, but you gotta think. They have been building, they've been building AJ this entire time for something. Obviously not for the main event, but they've been putting her in the main event spot. So it makes sense. She's gonna be the GM, planned all along.
Which is why it was awesome and great and did not suck in any way, shape, or form.
I'm just saying, Stephanie
saying.
McMahon was a much better GM. I could see where she would be annoying, but I give it a chance, alright?
Anyway, so AJ thrusts the bouquet at Daniel, slips off the stage, Daniel Bryan goes crazy, destroys the set, he snaps, he says he's not going to get out of the ring, then CM Punk comes out, who I'm so mad at because the dude was such a jerkwad. But anyways, he didn't come out. Oh, and by the way,
The fan was a jerk.
By the way, I don't care because when you're the champion and you're supposed to be representing the company, there is no room and no tolerance for you to be a jerk to a fan. I don't care how bad he was going to be. You need to be the bigger person and step away instead of making the whole company look bad, you stupid idiot.
But he's a rebel.
He's supposed to be a face
Well,
at this point in time.
At this point in time.
They probably had to turn him because he was such a jerk. Hard to
Come
be a
on.
face when you're a douchebag in real life, isn't it?
Oh boy. It says lovable jerk on his Twitter, which I don't follow, by the way.
I don't either.
I don't have to follow because everybody retweets his crap. So I get to see it anyways.
Anyway, so
Anyway.
after my rant about how mad I am at CM Punk, he comes out and says, I didn't come out to mock you, but haha. And you were so nice to her, I can't believe she dumped you. You continue
Yeah,
to
because he
stand-
treated it like crap, Daniel Bryan did,
Well,
which
yeah,
is true.
Which is true.
Pointing
You
out the obvious.
You continue as champ, I continue as best in the world, blah, blah, blah. Daniel Bryan says, I'm the greatest of all time.
Yeah.
And then,
Oh man, best in the world, greatest of all time, the greatest man who ever lived. These guys are just pumping out the best catchphrases I've ever heard in my life. So creative, my god. I just want to buy their merchandise.
I know. And out comes The Rock. The Rock has finally come back to St. Louis, and he talks about how you, Daniel Bryan, do not get to say who the greatest is. They get to decide. Everybody
fans
chants The
do.
Rock. Everybody chants The Rock. And The Rock says something.
Yeah, he says that he is here to be WWE champion.
Yes. That.
Miss, I didn't take notes. I was drinking Jaeger and taking notes. I was like a machine.
Whatever. You were not like a machine. Alright. So, The Rock says, you can't cut The Rock off, and I won the championship in St. Louis first. I am not here to talk to Frodo. And I thought, oh my gosh, he does look like Frodo. Anyways, I am here to talk about the championship at Royal Rumble. Whoever the champion may be, I will face them. Punk says, it'll be me. Ha ha ha.
I like how they're setting up pay-per-views like half a year from now and stuff.
I know, it's kind of crazy.
Kind of bizarre, but hey.
Alright, so then
The Rock at Royal Rumble,
The Rock.
known for having good matches, I guess.
Yes, The Rock goes on about that. Daniel Bryan says, no, it's going to be me. I'm the face of the WWE. And I thought, oh, if that wasn't an opener, I'd never seen one before. And The Rock says, I'm not looking at the face of the WWE. I'm looking at what happens when a homeless lumberjack bangs an Oompa Loompa. And I fell out of the chair laughing as he said,
You talking about Mick Foley and Hornswoggle?
as he said, Oompa, Oompa, doopity doop. You look like a troll from Lord of the Rings. It rhymes when he said
stupid PG.
it. Rhymes when he said it. I don't remember.
PG-14.
You know what? Shut up. Oh my gosh. Anyways, so then Punk says,
You don't know.
I don't know, somebody's trying to say something on Twitter. I'm sorry, I got
Waste of time.
Alright, anyway, so Punk says, go ahead and just kick butt, and then Rock says, I'm gonna give you your wedding gift anyways. Rock bottom to Daniel Bryan. Can you smell the Rock is cooking? And he's gone. Then we have a guest ring announcer, Bret Hart. Rolls my eyes, don't like Bret Hart. He says, I won against Mr. Perfect, who cares? Then he says, I'm going fast now, you told me I was wasting time. Then he says, it's an honor to introduce Christian and The Miz. Then, The Miz beats the crap out of Christian, regains the title, and I'm really excited. Can I slow down now?
Yes.
Okay.
I just wanted you to hurry up because you were wasting time with dead air. Anyways, it was important that he was being the guest announcer because the Christian from Canada, blah, 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 all that kind of crap.
It was not important.
And Mr. Perfect, Intercontinental Championship match, bigging up the Intercontinental
like Mr.
Championship,
Perfect.
so there you go.
Alright.
Alright, so, Triple H, he comes up.
Yeah, we're excited that The Miz won. Yay!
Yeah, he's the new Intercontinental
Alright,
Champion.
first we have Regis Philbin, who I love, talks about all the wrestling stars that were being in his show.
Okay.
I like that.
Triple H comes out there and is going to call out Brock Lesnar. Brock Lesnar's music hits, but it is not Brock Lesnar, it's Paul Heyman, so everybody's like, oh, man.
Because you know Brock Lesnar can't speak for himself.
Brock says
he sucks.
Brock says no to SummerSlam, and then Paul starts talking about Triple H's child. Triple H doesn't like this. He's
he gets mad.
And then after talking about the child for a while, Stephanie McMahon comes out.
That's right. And she says, don't you ever talk about my kids, a.k.a. mass appeal to all the moms watching. Just saying that's exactly what it was.
Says
All
you
right.
have been masking your failures as a businessman.
Oh yeah, that was like, and she's like, when it comes to my dad, you just look in the rearview mirror, because you are a failure.
You
and I
failed
was like,
at WCW.
I was like, yeah, go Stephanie. And then she goes, you are a professional parasite, and smack!
Failed at
Smacks him
ECW.
upside the head.
Which is funny because Stephanie kind of failed at ECW as well, storyline wise, but this is real life.
That's right.
So,
Alright, so that was
your
awesome.
kids are ashamed. She's saying that your kids should be ashamed of you because you're such a miserable failure and everything like that. Paul says you're daddy's little girl and you're used to getting just what you want and everything.
And if you want your husband to get hurt, you got it. Brock Lesnar's gonna have a match against him. And then Stephanie beats the crap out of Paul Heyman.
Brock Lesnar comes out there totally meaning business. Brock fights Triple H. They fight back and forth.
No.
The crowd goes crazy.
Brock waits for everyone else to set everything up, does almost nothing, walks out, punches somebody, and leaves. Because he's so talented.
Look,
So talented.
Stephanie McMahon and Paul Heyman and Triple H, yes, they built it up huge. And they made a great segment. So, I mean, I got to give all of them dudes props.
I give the three of them
awesome.
Total props for a great segment. I take all credit away from Brock Lesnar, who did crap.
He came out there and made the... Without that piece, it would have meant nothing. Because the match is about Triple H Brock. Anyways.
Oh, by the way, point to all of you who are probably inevitably going to be like, oh, well, Stephanie's going to be back full time now. No, she's not. It's not going to happen. Woman has her kids. Somebody got to stay home and raise the kids. I'm just saying.
Santino, Hornswoggle. They are coming out there with brawling brutes or something.
They're like talking stuffed people.
Anyways, Heath Slater is going to have a no disqualification match against a legend or whatever.
Howard Finkel was out there. Don't forget him.
Howard Finkel, I guess he announces, right?
Yeah, he was announcing.
And then here comes Lita. Yes, the hottest diva probably ever. I mean, really. The body...
The body,
the moves, the face.
The face, no.
Man!
Not the face.
You jealous.
You were blinded by the body, just like every other male on the entire
Man, she's had
world.
breast reduction. I still think she's hot, and she's older. I still think she's hot, so what do you guys say about that?
She still looks the same.
No, not really. Anyways, so Heath Slater
She
tries to leave.
No. Heath Slater says, I'm going to take your challenge, and Lita says, I did hire some protection.
APA comes down there, and protects, and that's funny because that's one of the things I predicted on Twitter that would happen is the APA would return.
That's right.
So
And then,
totally awesome.
Heath Slater tries to retreat, but all the legends plus Road Warrior block him.
Yeah, and then like everybody from that has beaten him and everything block him. So that was awesome. She does the twist of fate. I'm sure Matt Hardy was jealous. He'll never be on Raw again. And Lita does a good moonsault, and then Ron Simmons says...
Well, first of all, I gotta mention that APA knocked him into a headstand. It was awesome. The clothesline or whatever.
Yeah, by JBL. And then he says, damn. All right.
It was like a perfect wait for it moment.
Sean Mooney and Daniel Bryan have a conversation, which was cool, but I didn't get to hear all of it because I was busy doing stuff.
You were busy tweeting.
Okay.
And
now,
he just says, I had a tainted night and I want to kick Charlie Sheen's butt. I would put the S-Lock on him.
The 100 million social media crowd plant was there and said something.
Okay, maybe you didn't.
Then Mean Gene is having this conversation about the GTV with Zack and Cena, something that happened during the Attitude Era that I completely forgot about until this point. And it said, oh, the GTV was about Gene, so yeah, that was pretty much pointless. And, okay. The Rock says he wants to face Cena.
Yep.
At least that's what I wrote.
Rock is all honorable. He says, I'm looking forward to facing you. Good luck tonight, blah, blah, blah.
Kane comes out there, and he gives a side look as some music hits. It's Jinder Mahal, Hawkins, Camacho.
In other words, it was the entire team of people I thought were fired months ago.
And out of nowhere, here comes the Undertaker!
I brought the little squinky first.
And,
Undertaker!
Totally awesome.
He has
Brothers
the
of Destruction.
WrestleMania thing. I marked out. I yelled. I was excited. I got so excited that I ripped the paper.
Oh my gosh. And, chokeslam, tombstones.
Double chokeslam.
You done,
double
son.
tombstones. Kicked out of the ring. I'm super pumped because I haven't seen Undertaker on Raw in I don't know how long.
Wow, we're going to finish this review on time.
Yeah,
Unbelievable.
think since I've been watching wrestling, I've not seen Undertaker on Raw, I don't think.
I know, right? He's been on SmackDown for so long. Alright, so
Anyways.
Charlie Sheen says he's going to wrestle Daniel Bryan.
This was stupid. The whole Charlie Sheen thing, I could see the point if he still had his Twitter, but without his Twitter, I don't see the point.
Yeah, obviously he's not going to have a match. Come on. Alright, so CM Punk, the champion, versus Cena. Is Cena cashing in his Money in the Bank, I guess?
Cena's cashing in his Money in the Bank.
Alright.
He's doing the honorable thing.
So they did their handshake at the beginning because Ring of Honor invented the handshake. So they do that because CM Punk and all that. So they have a pretty good match. They have the booyah punches.
Yeah, it was a good match. I was very impressed, and
the crowd.
I wouldn't have cared, but I really cared because I was so mad at Punk. So mad at Punk.
You have turned on Punk more than ever.
Yes, I have. I just can't tolerate that kind of behavior. There is no excuse for that. It's unprofessional and ridiculous, and I can't believe they would even put or keep the belt on somebody who would act like that towards a fan. I don't care what the fan was acting like.
But he's a wrestler. A professional wrestler.
Yeah, professional.
Alright, so the Big Show comes out there.
I don't see anybody else doing that crap to fans. I'm just saying.
So the Big Show knocks out, Cena or something?
Big Show knocks Cena out. Okay, so then Cena's lying there. Well, first of all, Cena covers Punk for the 1, 2, 3, but the ref is out. So then Big Show comes and knocks Cena out. Punk puts the ref back in the ring. He's having this conflict about whether he should be a complete jerk or not, which apparently doesn't happen in real life. He just be a jerk. And he puts the ref back in the ring and covers, but then Cena kicks out miraculously. So now Cena comes back. He has Punk. He has Punk in the STFU. Punk is about to tap, and then Big Show interferes, resulting in a disqualification, which I was very disappointed. Then Punk turns his back on Cena while Cena's getting the crap beat out of him by the Big Show. And The Rock comes to the rescue! Rock to the rescue! Alright? So The Rock is beating the crap out of Big Show, and then Punk helps the Big Show. And then he taunts The Rock. He does the go to sleep on The Rock, which really, in real life, we all know that The Rock would kick CM Punk's butt. I mean, come on. Just saying. Not realistic.
Gotta wait for the Royal Rumble.
So, go to sleep on The Rock, and then Punk leaves with the belt, which I think proves my conclusion, because when we started, he said, do you think CM Punk's going to win? And I said no, because there's no way that they're going to keep somebody that's that big of a jerk, just a big face of the company.
They did not make no change because of
now
that.
He's a heel, because I'm just saying, it is hard to be a face when you're a jerk in real life.
Anyways, CM Punk turned heel, and I think that was a good thing. Obviously, all of his fans have already.
He is a better heel, isn't he?
Well, yeah. Nobody wanted him to be a face in the first
Really?
place.
Because people seem to like it an awful lot.
I know, but you can be a heel and still be accepted by the fans.
Well, I know that, but
He's not
people loved
Tensai.
him being a face. People thought he was the greatest thing ever, and he did the best face of the summer ever.
He wasn't a face when he cut his heel promo, right?
No, he was a face. He
Yeah.
was dropping pipe bombs against the man.
Well, I think people at least got what they wanted for now with him turning heel
It
and
was
going against Cena.
An awesome,
And-
epic, great show.
We're going to have to see how the reactions happen with The Rock going forward with Punk and Rock. I mean, is he going to get completely drowned out by The Rock's just charisma? I mean,
Yeah. Yeah.
someone's really mad at Punk.
I really am.
I'm not even a Punk fan, but you're going crazy.
I'm really mad.
I'm so indifferent about this.
I'm really mad.
Anyways, Raw was
Great!